Hot Potato Film Project, if that's the name of it.
The Hot Potato Project.
The Hot Potato 2015 project.
Project Hot Potato.
Sounds silly to me.
2015 Project Hot Potato, they took on the difficult subject of time travel. I think I'm for time travel, but not in like an all-you-can-eat kind of way. Like, we really need to regulate time travel. Like, they need to have like an extra line at the DMV where they got a time machine in the back.
Honestly, I'd have to say I'm against it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I would love to go better my life, better my family's life, protect people.
I'll be honest, man. I'm an educated black man. There pretty much is no time that we would like to travel to and from because it's all been bad.
I would not go to the medieval times. The reason why is because they would probably think I was a witch, and then they would burn me. So
I would save Tupac. I would let Biggie still die, though. I don't know why.
However, if I can go back in time to make sure that I didn't make that mistake that messed up my line of credit, I would love to do that.
I definitely would exploit it myself.
Like most things in this world, like a few assholes would like ruin it for everybody.
And I would probably be reckless and everything up, which is why I think it might not be a great idea.
Right from the start of that first film, very mysterious, very disoriented, when within the first minute they had a stretch Hummer pull up and park behind what looked like a storage unit in a bad neighborhood.
what kind of budget are you guys on? She shows up in a Hummer. You guys are invited to my party.
Was it a Trinidadian dude? Yeah, I mean, like, was he Jamaican or Trinidad? Like, I don't know. I just know that he had an accent, and then you had this corny white chick that was kind of there.
They're going up a set of stairs, and Amy Finch runs into herself. I thought that was quite a nice throwback to an old Disney movie, The Parent Trap, where they did the same cinematography effect, one shot twice, Amy over here, Amy over here. Funny tidbit, that was actually a lie. Disney didn't do it that way. There were two Lindsay Lohans. The evil one murdered the good one.
They're walking down this huge hallway, and it doesn't look that big, but for some reason it takes forever.
And it's like one of these walks.
And then, you know, the scene takes a weird turn, like you really get to see like how evil like the spider is.
She looks at her like, did I get a Christmas present this year? Her face was like this, nah, you didn't get no Christmas present this year.
Turns into the world's worst job interview where Amy tries to lobby for this lady, this spider lady, not to kill her by using really, really bad jokes.
The Patriot Data, what does that company do? They keep saying like data mining. I wasn't really sure what that meant. And then it said that they like track your searches and then give you suggestions on things you might be interested in. So I was searching for food and porn, and when I used their service, I got some Asian chick farting on a birthday cake.
Spider explains that they're trying to jump forward and then back just in time to prevent a terrorist plot to blow up New Jersey. A movie about time travel, the least believable part is that somebody wants to stop the destruction of New Jersey.
There was a couple of things that, you know, I don't remember, and that's probably because I dozed off. I dozed off a couple of times.
It was pretty shocking. Spider pulls out a gun, and she basically does the eeny, meeny, miny, mo. She doesn't know which one of these three is the true terrorist. She shoots the fat one.
Fat lives matter.
I don't know, it's easy to criticize these things after the fact, but Spider, you gotta try a little harder than that.
Team two.
They took a break from the time travel for the first couple minutes to give me a crash course in sexual harassment, what not to do in the workplace.
And I thought at first it was some kind of like weird HR training on how not to talk to employees. A kind of masculine bearded Paul Rubin. It's good to see him getting work these days.
The stash, it's not just any stash. It's like...
Steve Harvey has an albino twin.
Most interesting man in the world's disappointment of a son.
I don't think it's a trustworthy beard.
This guy's coming on a little strong, like what a total jerk, but then he offered to take her to all-you-can-eat pancakes, so I was forgiven.
It's more fun when he's just consistently sexually harassing her. I really enjoyed that performance.
And she actually says yes, that actually is the least believable part of this time travel science fiction movie.
When the car flipped, okay, that was cool because I don't know how much money you put into these projects, but to flip a car, like, who was a part of that? Can I work with you?
Yeah, Yeah, she totally like flipped her car. That's so awesome.
What can I say about that everybody else isn't thinking? Women drivers, right?
I mean, it kept surprising me with production value just coming out of nowhere. Geez, did you really want to flip a car over for the quality of story and acting and shots around it that you're getting?
It cuts to a bar where I guess even though only 1 out of 700,000 people are able to time travel, which first of all, that seems like a pretty high number for any cogent time travel history not to get all jacked up.
These two guys, they're travelers and they're meeting in this bar.
Like Cheers or something.
The reason why I'm drunk right now is because I played a drinking game. It's called Drone Shot. Get it?
Overhead shots, just whole landscapes of Norfolk in the area, and jarring level of production value. Definitely a step up.
Good job. He flipped the damn car. Like a real car. Like, this wasn't like a Matchbox little car that they got. She flipped the car? Well, then, damn it, that gives her even more. You know what? That's a 9. Not to say that because it's a woman it deserves a 9, but that's impressive. You know, it wasn't nothing soft about that scene. Am I digging myself a bigger hole? Yeah.
I can tell you why in car flip, because it's a Transformer. It started as a BMW, and now it's a Nissan.
The third one was an even better step up. The third one was fun and unmemorable.
Yeah, what's Team 3 about again?
I love this part because it introduces a time cop.
Who's a lot more twee than when he was played by Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Starts out, it's like 1985 London, and
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, am I watching AMC right now? Is this Turn?
Really liked the production value of this movie. They time traveled through Egypt. You knew because they showed you a picture of a pyramid.
don't think I didn't notice you put a still frame picture of the pyramid in there and then just moved the camera to the side to think that it was moving. I caught that. Somebody else will, and I was high when I watched it.
What's that part called where they edit it? Visual effects, yes.
Some wild looking special effects. And I saw a guy chew some pills.
There's this person that's in charge and they're like eating runts. He's just like chewing them like they're nothing.
The chief of the entire time cop agency just did more drugs than Amy Winehouse.
And I can understand why Hunter is like lifetime achievement for a director. Let me just tell you, I'm inspired to direct like you because that dog to wink at the camera. What? Seriously? Teach me what you know.
They time traveled to medieval castles. I know because they went to the Chrysler Museum when it wasn't that busy.
I don't know why you try to recreate medieval times unless you have $200 million.
It's like they went and just did a round trip at Busch Gardens in one day. It was sweet.
The restaurant establishment, Medieval Times, puts a lot of money into it and doesn't wind up coming out too well. I didn't like the guy I liked in the second one by the time he was in the third one. He was older and had more constipated, serious looks on his face all the time.
What the hell are you talking about?
And I wasn't sure why he was there anymore.
It was a good ending. Everything was clean, no one died. And that's why I love Branko. Let's go to Team 4.
By this point, the characters are all starting to get fuzzy. You have the spider lady, you have the main girl. They become less distinct to me because by this time I've seen 3 sets of actors play them, which might be why I liked the fourth one the most, because you have a new, very comical character with an omniscient viewpoint to walk you through it.
I'm an all-seeing, all-knowing, all-powerful narrator who looks like a child actor who grew up and didn't make it.
Thank you for the narrative recap at the beginning, because I had no idea what was going on.
His name is the President of the Universe, and you know because he has a My Name Is sticker.
Who cares if he's the universe? Like, what? And then he's like walking through the hallway. She goes, why don't you just release yourself?
Despite being all-powerful, lead was his weakness, which probably makes sense because he looked like he grew up playing with a lot of lead toys.
Obviously, I've seen Spider. She fires Amy and then somehow hires Hunter Hearst Helmsley to track her down. This company seriously needs a HR, overhaul. We got intent sexual harassment. We got Triple H making it rain on his boss. I want to work there, actually, if they're hiring. If you guys know these people.
A lot of great things. I just want to say, You had Vera. I love Vera. She's such a great actress.
The blonde from the fourth video, she was pretty dead on.
The second half got a little bit weird though. They basically took the whole concept of the time travel thing, pretty much chucked it out of the window. I'm pretty sure these guys worked for the History Channel because they started blaming everything on aliens at this point. It was a little bit of a letdown.
Amy gets in a predicament here. She's forced to choose between killing herself and saving the entire universe, or killing her father and destroying everything.
This whole dialogue. And then she's like, hey, you're my dad. And then he's like, oh, totally, you're my dad. You're my dad. Wait, hold on. He's like, I'm your dad. And she's like, you're my dad. He's like, I'm your dad. I have pizza right now in the microwave.
The fourth one seemed to have the best handle on how all these pieces fit together. I say the best handle, I don't mean it has a good handle on it.
I was impressed by how willing they were to just throw out every other component of the movie and have the ultimate cop-out ending where nothing happens and everything gets destroyed.
And then how it ended was pretty cool. There was a black screen and you could still hear the audio of the two people talking. And can't remember what they were saying, but I said, you know, good.
New Jersey gets destroyed because the universe gets destroyed. Good job, Cocaine Beards.
For all those people who do not understand what just happened, it doesn't matter.
It's time travel shenanigans with kind of a blurry story they're making up as they go along.
You took a really confusing, difficult to digest subject like time travel, split it up into 4 teams with very limited cohesion and coordination, and bunched it back together and made it an even more jumbled and confusing mess than time travel is in the first place.
We're making something in Virginia Beach.
Some of you are just much better than others. None of you are that good, so it's nothing worth fighting about. Work that out amongst yourselves.
I know I joked on a lot of you, but I just want to say I appreciate everything everyone has done.
Like, that's very impressive to me and anybody else who's driven in that way.
They look pretty professional. It's a lot better than I know I could do.
I was impressed by the team that actually had to wait for a really nasty car crash and then run in and start filming like Nightcrawler.
I mean, I just watched these movies today and I've been drinking. My memory might not be precise, but, you know, print the legend.
Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to make nonsense out of nonsense. Thank you. Okay.